started.
RM. It's also from Mexico. RM de Haro 2014 from Mexico. Yeah, okay, how about a Sicilian? See what we get. Actually, I'm due for E5 or some other move, but oh well. A Sicilian it is. Okay, the open Sicilian. Yeah, normal is taking with the knight like that. Then I attack the pawn to force him to defend with his knight and block the c-pawn so he can't set up the Moroxi bind set up with the pawn on c4 and e4. And then here's where you have a lot of choice. You can play, yeah, I haven't played the dragon in a while. Let's play the dragon again. G6 for the dragon, A6 for the knight Orff, and knight C6 for the classical Sicilian. So the main line of the dragon, yeah, it looks like we're going to get it, is this bishop e3 move. And then f3 here is the next move, because there's a threat, kind of, a sort of threat of knight to g4, which couldn't have been played earlier because of some trick, a tactical trick. But now that the bishop is here, it's possible to play knight g4. Yeah, so he played f3. And then just castling. You don't have to castle immediately. You can throw in another developing move, knight c6. And the queen might come out to, oh, he's going for one of the more aggressive setups with bishop c4. That stops the move d5, which is a bit of a equalizing move in some lines. This also hasn't played queen d2. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for the plan of getting a rook to c8 to put pressure on this bishop, which is loose on the bishop is loose on c4. Okay, so there he goes, queen d2. So that signals his intention to castle queenside. And now I can gain a tempo on this bishop at some point. I might go knight e4. Well, let's go ahead and castle now before we start operations. At some point you probably need to castle the center. The center can blow up. Okay, so one idea is knight e4 to knight e5 to c4, blocking in this bishop, attacking the queen, and often provoking a trade. And white's usual plan is either g4 or h4, just attacking here. g4. If he played h4, I would consider playing h5 just to stop it, but he starts with g4. Okay, so let's go ahead with this plan. This is a bit forcing. Get one of his dangerous attacking pieces off. Either the bishop or this bishop. One of the bishops will go. He either has to take it, or I will take his light squared bishop if the queen moves. His dark squared bishop, rather. So I got one bishop, and I have some ideas of a knight sacrifice, rook, or exchange sacrifice, they call it over here. Taking the knight with the rook. He has the idea of pushing him on g4, g5. Where's the knight going? If he just pushes to g5, right? If he pushes to g5 right away, I'll play knight h5. It's not such a bad square. So I'm not worried about that. My main question is whether I want my queen on a5 or c7. And is he doing anything with his knights here yet? Let's try a5. Oh, this may be... Yes, I always miss this tactic for some reason. This is one of those positions where he has a tactic knight to d5. Knight d5 attacks my queen, and knight d5 attacks my queen. His queen is attacking my queen, and if I take, he can throw in knight takes check here. He can throw knight takes. Knight takes the e7 check, and the king has to move, and then he can take back my queen. So he wins a pawn that way. Okay, well, let's see. He still has that tactic. I couldn't move anywhere to defend e7. So just moving the other rook, this rook to c8 is sufficient. Yeah. He knows about this trick. Okay, so I can't take the knight with my queen. I can't trade because he just comes here with check. So I just have to retreat the queen, which bought him a tempo, I guess. So I might play bishop to e6 or pawn to e6. Okay, he's moved that knight. Maybe he's repositioning it over here to take on my knight. So I'm going to kick the knight in some fashion. I do have... my bishop is now pointing at his king side here. Maybe it's a hazard, I don't know. But this knight is a problem piece, so let's see, what can I do about it? I guess, if I play e6, the problem is it's just weakens the d6 pawn tremendously. I might have to trade off my light-squared bishop here. So I was expecting him to play knight b, no, that's g, knight g3. It hits my knight. I don't really want to take it because that'll open up the h file. So I'm going to let him take, which will create some other kind of weaknesses around my king here, but let's trade here first, see how he takes back. Let's see, his bishop is hitting my my pawn here. And I go here with the knight. No, he just takes it. Yeah, this is why that's why playing the dragon is a dangerous business. So I think my best course is to ignore some of these threats and try and triple on the C file. And we'll see. So I just am avoiding opening up lines onto my king as much as possible. So if he pushes ahead, for example, with the g pawn, I can take. But obviously there's a pawn he can round up, so and he can also take a pawn over here. But then I get rook to a1 might be good. a8. Yep. So he's marching forward with his pawn attack. Let's triple rooks. Now. 1, 2. He's only got 2 defenders there, so I'm actually threatening to take at this moment on c2. Yeah, so he goes there to defend. So now I want to get to the B file here, and I can't go to that square because of the bishop. So I'm repositioning my queen here. It also slows down the rush of the f pawn. But the main idea is queen to b5, putting pressure on the b2 square. So the queen is attacking along this diagonal. It's still okay, I think. He's planning to play, perhaps he's planning to play b3, although there is a pin. So b3 doesn't really threaten to take my rook because the b pawn is still pinned. But he has created this kind of pin here. What was c3? Okay, that's different. Can't I take that? Bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, rook takes. Yeah, I can take that. Because the b pawn is pinned. Unless there's some tricky tactic I'm not seeing. So I've won a pawn and an exchange. Oh, and I've lost my queen. That's what I was missing. Well, that was dumb. Forgot about the queen hanging. Let's see. Is there any salvaging this? No, I'm just down. Well, I get a rook. Let's play on for a move or two. I mean, I'm down a rook for the queen, so I get the bishop. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can I get active with this other rook? This pawn is defended. He can just take over here. He decides to defend there. I think I'm going to resign here. I think I could trade things down until it was more clear, but he's obviously got a winning advantage here. So good game, and I will do a post-mortem. See you guys later. Bye.
Black resigns.